Bring the money and the time being line, cause I can't be broke. Alright, I'm just gonna do a real quick add-on. Again, this is not a debate. I don't know the gentleman good enough to even debate. Actually, I don't know the gentleman at all. This is my add-on to the topic of the regime, just the mentality of people nowadays versus, I guess, a maturity conversation that that the boy Trucker Brown and Wright brother was having. So again, this is just my add-on. It's not my per se opposition to either point. I can fully understand and fully see both sides. So that's why I say this is more so my add-on, because I'm per se not trying to take one side or another. These days and times, proper thought, positive thought, just overall, all around, good people is not being bred. It's not being taught to make logical and sound decision. When it comes to the regime or just the system per se, it's not geared for logical decision making. It's more geared to impulse or being impulsive. So when the Wright brother speaks of, I guess, just getting to a certain level of maturity and knowing how to see information, but make a decision, a personal decision based on yourself and what you should do for you. Having the maturity to do that, I see that as being a social awareness, or just becoming aware, because it all boils down to having knowledge of self, to being aware of what's right or what's wrong for you. You can get a million commercials being fed at you about a million different things. You don't have to act on them. But like I said, the system is set up for more impulsive action. That's why when people take vacations and go to serene places or just quiet places where they can fully take nature all in, it's a real, just real calming feeling, because everything is geared to be so impulsive or reactive that when you do get a chance to not have to react to a million things and you can just kind of live in the moment, that's the peace and tranquility in that. But I will say that we're fed a million ideas, a million commercials, a million products, because we're being bred to be blood sucked off of. We're being bred to constantly feed the leech. So it's not so much about, I say this, the regime or just the system itself. They don't want maturity level uplifted. They don't want decision making being more thought out and strategic. They want the sheep. They're breeding sheep. So when the brother says, just a maturity level, it's more of an awareness that you come into. I mean, I understand the aspect of being mature and not thinking that of a kid, because youth and children think impulsively. A thought comes to their head and they act on it right then without any regard of really what the situation calls for. That's why they're kids, and they get that pass. But when you talk about adults that just act and live their life impulsively like that, honestly, that's what's being bred. It's not a society of critical thinkers being bred. It's not a society of just You know, people that are socially aware of their surroundings. You know, they breed the impulsive buyer, the impulsive eater, the impulsive thinker. They want you. They want your thoughts firing at 1,000,000 miles an hour. You know what I'm saying? They want you dealing with a wide range of emotions constantly. You know, that creates you know, just an uneven person or just an uneven character. So to me, like I said, this is not a one side. I'm just adding on from how I see it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown man, 40 years old with children that have raised children. That's the head of a household and the head of a family. So, you know, I definitely, at this time in my life and the way I've been born and raised, you know what I'm saying? And coming from where I come from, I wasn't always like this, but, you know, I came into knowledge of self years ago where being a critical thinker and just having these types of conversations were the norm and were the everyday for me. So when I seen this topic and these two gentlemen that I respect having these like but opposing thoughts when it comes to this topic, you know, I just felt as though I'll add my 2 cents and add on. But, you know, I can see both sides. But, I mean, the bottom line to all of it is we have to do better. So whether it's a maturity level, you know, then we need to be constantly trying to teach that. You know, we can't get caught up in every pair of J's that come out. Everybody from the hood, everybody can't be blowing gas, you know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be on the loud. We have to get people that acknowledge the issue and the problem and everybody blowing loud all day and try to get off of it. You know, everybody going to experience things and live their youth and do various things in their youth, but you do get to a certain age where, you know, things that go on outside your home, things that you be able to recognize, you know, that there's a system out there geared at causing chaos and destruction, whether it's externally or internally. So you have to be able to recognize that and act accordingly. You know, I love the Benzo. I got two of them, but it's not because I guess someone fed it to me and I bit. It was more of a thing I was exposed to them, and I enjoy them. You know what I'm saying? We could be fed all types of things. I see commercials for certain restaurants, certain things I don't want to indulge in, but there are things that are out there that are nice, and if you're in a position to act on them or get them, you should. I don't know if y'all seen that. My battery died. You should be able to get them. You should be able to go there. You should be able to do them. You know, you just got to get yourself, I guess, in a financial position where you can take advantage of them. And that's where the issue comes in, because we've constantly fed these things that everybody can't be a part of. So then you have people doing and acting uncivilized or unaccordingly to be able to, you know, do these things because they want to do what everybody else is doing. And a lot of times that comes at a financial cost and a financial burden. So you end up taking away from home to do some selfish things or to do some things that you're really not in a position to do, but you want to do them so bad because you feel like you're missing out, or you feel like you need to do them because the system or, you know, society says this is what it is, and if you can't do this, then you ain't nothing. So that type of mentality, you have to unplug from that. You have to do the things you feel like you want to do for your own reasons. So without getting, you know, I guess overly philosophical and, you know, all that kind of stuff, I'll just say that it starts with a knowledge of self. Whether the right brother looks at that as starts with you know, maturity within self, or just being aware, you know, to me that's what knowledge is. But you have to know that your strength and everything comes from internally. You know, you can't let the exterior and the things that's going on around you, you know, affect your core. You know, in the craziest of storms, there's a calm in the eye of the tornado. You know what I'm saying? And you have to remain that if you can. And if not, you'll just fall victim and find yourself running ragged like any and everybody else that's out here. So again, this is my add-on to the conversation or debate between two brothers that I respect, opinions and thoughts that I respect. And this is just my add-on to that. I'll probably make another video because it's been a crazy week for me. I'm in day 3 of my first week of CDL Academy. Tomorrow we should be on the range doing some straight line backing and things like that, so I'm excited about that. Tired as I don't know what. Still working at night, getting off at 5 in the morning, going to class at 6. And here it is, a quarter to 10. Quarter to 4, pardon me. And I'm just getting home, so I've been up since like 11, something to 11 last night. So my days have been long, but I'm going to hang in there. I'm going to do what I got to do, because that's what I do. You know, again, I'm the head of a household. I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a grandfather. So, you know, being about my business is what I'm about. I'm in that business of being about my business. And the sooner, you know, we can think like that as a collective, I think we'll be a lot better. So, that's what it is, man. YT, holler at you. It's your boy. 804. Peace.